everybody, it's Jackie. Today I have a fun video for you. I want to do the eyeshadow palette tag that's going around the internet. I think Samantha March started it, and there's 13 questions about your eyeshadow palette collection, and it looked like so much fun. I've been watching other creators' videos, and I wanted to join in the fun. I've been waiting for a couple palettes to come in because really technically my newest eyeshadow palette was the NATASHA DENONA Love palette, and that was a long time ago, and I had placed an order at Ulta using my points that I had sitting, and it finally came in today. So I was able to round up my palettes after much thought about what I wanted to do, because you know, with so many palettes it's a really tough decision. But anyways, they came in today. We have the LA Girl Pro Artistry and the LA Girl Pro Mastery. So they came in both. So these are technically my newest palettes, but the problem is Ulta shipped them in an envelope with no protection, and running from Illinois, going through machinery, what do you think happened? It is all broken. So luckily the plastic sheet protector is pretty well secure, so everything's not falling out, but the envelope was full of powder. Every shimmer shade is broken. This one, I mean, it's crazy. I was on hold for 30 minutes and they are sending me new palettes, but come on, man. Anyways, nice big mirror, which is great. And on the back you have all your shades, and for $15.99 you cannot beat the LA Girl Pro palettes. I bought Aloha Vibes last year and I loved it, and then there was another, the Hout Heat palette. It was so gorgeous. It reminded me of the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I absolutely love that, and the packaging is plastic. It's nice and heavyweight, and how they can afford to put so much product in here. It's just a fantastic deal. And here is the Mastery palette. Again, every shade broken up top here, down here in the corner. I'm just so glad the sheet protector is really on there, so that's good. But all the names are printed on the palette and on the back as well if you remove the protector. So those are my newest palettes. Yay! I'm so excited, and I can't wait for my replacement. But I wanted to go ahead and do this video because I've been holding off. That, you know, is extra slow shipping right now because of everything that's going on in the world. So I was happy to get them at all, and if the store would have been open, I would have bought them in store, because this is the second bubble wrap. I mean, just don't buy eyeshadows from Ulta if this is how they're gonna ship them. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, it's got to cost them twice as much to replace things. But they were $15.99 a piece, and I bought those two palettes and a little e.l.f. $3 palette. I had $20 in points. I also had a $3.50 off $15 coupon, so my whole order cost me $12.50. So I guess I got what I paid for. But anyways, it was fun to play that little game because I really wanted some makeup for free, and I got it, and now I have to wait for some more. So anyways, those are my newest palettes. Okay, so my oldest palette is the original Urban Decay Naked palette. I absolutely love this palette. This was the palette that started it all for me. It's got the fuzzy packaging. It comes with the dual-ended brush, and it's got a little mirror in it. It's basically all the nude shades of brown. This was the palette that started it all for so many people. I still love it. It's fantastic. You've got silvery browns. This shade in particular, Sidecar, is absolutely one of my favorites. It's so pretty. This gold is really, really pretty. You've got your brow bone. You've got your black. It's just a fantastic. I still love it. I can't believe it's discontinued. It came out in either 2010 or 2011 When it was discontinued a year or two ago, it was half price. I have 3 backups of it because it's still one of my all-time favorites. I refuse to declutter. The only issue is there's only 2 matte shades here. So it would have been nice if there would have been more matte shades, but that's okay. I'm not mad at it. But that is the Urban Decay Original Naked Palette. The fuzzy stuff does attract. I've got glitter and cat hair, fuzz, whatever, all over it. But she's a mess, but she's still my girlfriend. So anyways, I absolutely love my oldest palette, the original Urban Decay Naked. So if you can get it because it's good. Next, my most expensive palette. Well, everybody knows what this is going to be because there's only a couple palettes it could be. It's the NATASHA DENONA 28 Pan. This is the purple blue palette. I bought it a couple years ago on, I think I probably got the 20% off. I think I waited for a Sephora sale. Comes with a mirror. Your sheet protector has the names on it, so if you lose that, you don't have it. But anyways, it's a fantastic palette. You've got your brown neutrals, you've got your orchid and your purple, you've got some really pretty blues and greens, you've got some burgundies here, you've got a couple grays here, which are awesome. You've got a nice silver metallic over here, and it's just a great, great palette. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. It's way overpriced. You get a lot of product, so I recommend waiting for a Sephora sale, or a lot of times on Black Friday, NATASHA DENONA has a sale, and sometimes she has her palettes half price. I don't think she has that one half price, but at least wait for the Sephora sale. I know a lot of people got it in their Lucky Bag XL a couple years ago when you had to spend $1,000 to even qualify to purchase the Lucky the Lucky XL bag. But anyways, that is my most expensive palette. So next we have the cheapest palette, and that is one of the new little e.l.f. $3 palettes. This is the Hot Jalapeno palette, and I haven't tried it yet, but I wanted to. I've heard so many great things about all these little e.l.f. $3 palettes. I almost bought the purpley blue one. I think it was the a C or a Kai berry, I don't know. But anyways, this was the one I wanted. I couldn't find it for the longest time. I tried to find it at Walmart. I was finally able to get it at Ulta. I haven't tried it yet, but it's kind of a nice little alternative if you want to get the NATASHA DENONA gold palette, the mini gold, which is more green than gold, but this is more greener than that. But I just can't wait to try it, but I haven't yet. But that is my cheapest palette at $3 because I'm not counting TJ Maxx, okay? If we were counting TJ Maxx, but not everybody can get TJ Maxx, so $3, this is my cheapest e.l.f. palette. Okay, next, your everyday palette. Well, every day I go to work and I wear a lot of my wild colors at work because I'm allowed, it's okay. But the ABH Sultry palette is my #1 everyday palette. I absolutely love this palette. I almost didn't even buy it, which I'm so glad I did. But it has everything you need for every day. You have your cream shades for brow bone. You've got your dark black. You've got some silver. You've got some nice neutrals. You've got a pop of coral here. It's just a great, and of course your dual-ended brush, which I don't ever use these, but I like that they put them in there. But I think this is just a great, great palette, and I'm so glad I bought it because I almost didn't. And I don't think you can get it anymore. I think I actually saw it at TJ Maxx on sale, but I paid full price for mine. It's so great. I absolutely love it. And so if you can't get this anymore, I think you can still get Soft Glam. So that's a nice everyday palette as well. But I absolutely am so surprised how much I like this palette because I primarily like color. But that is a great everyday palette. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette is just amazing. Okay, so next, okay, the most colorful palette I have, and I really love this palette a lot, and it is the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. And the reason I love this palette so much is that you have every color you could possibly imagine. This is my favorite palette for travel because you do have your base shades, you do have your white, you do have your black, and you have every color of the rainbow, but you still have some peaches and some colors, you know, you got your neutrals where you could do a brown and this kind of tan orangey color, but just anything you wanted to do. This is my #1 favorite colorful travel everything, and I absolutely love the Jeffree Star formula. I'm on the fence about buying Cremated, his new palette, because I don't know how much I would really use black, gray, and white. And Jeffree said that his schedule is full this year as far as releases, and I know he's going to have something coming out for summer. So I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to buy Cremated. I didn't buy Controversy either because I wasn't attracted to it, and I'm hoping those show up in some mystery boxes at a later date. So I'm going to skip on that one, but I absolutely love the Jawbreaker palette for my most colorful. It's just so pretty and I love it. Okay, what is next? Smallest palette. Okay, this is an oldie but goodie. This is, and I bought this for travel, this is the Smashbox Double Exposure Palette. Now, the thing, what makes it the smallest over the NATASHA DENONA mini palettes or my little e.l.f. palette, I guess technically the e.l.f. is smaller, but it's thicker. And this is like credit card. It is so thin, and it's a true palette because it has all the brown, and you've got some neutral gray, you've got a brow bone, and it's just a great, perfect little palette. I almost thought the Viseart, the tiny little, the Soleil palette was smaller, but it's thicker as well. And this does have a nice mirror in it. So this actually makes an awesome little travel palette because it is complete with the mirror, where the NATASHA DENONA mini palettes don't have a mirror, the e.l.f. palette doesn't have a mirror, and the Apricotine and all the little mini palettes from Viseart don't have a mirror either. So this is actually my smallest palette. It's so cute. It's super, super thin, and it just has a lot of colors that you need, and I absolutely love it. And that is the Smashbox Double Exposure Travel Palette. So cute. I love it. Okay, so the biggest palette is my Morphe. This is the 39S palette, the Such a Gem palette. And I saw this in store, and I fell in love with it because it's all the shades of purple and pink. Look at this. Oh my God, it is so, so pretty. And I think I only paid $25 for it. That sounds about right. But you've got tons of mattes, tons of shimmers. It's just a pink and purple lover's dream, which I am a pink and purple lover. So if you are thinking maybe about Jeffree Star's Bloodlust palette and you can't afford it, I would pick this up. Because it's all your or if you're thinking about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina 1 Pro Pigment palette and you don't want to spend $60, this is another great purple and pink palette. Or the NATASHA DENONA Love palette, which is a purple and pink palette. This Such a Gem Artistry palette by Morphe is my biggest palette, and it is so pretty, and it has all the purples and pinks your heart desires. I mean, you got to work with it a little bit, and the shade names again are on the plastic cover, so if you lose that, well, you won't know. But anyways, it's a great palette and I absolutely love it. So pretty. Okay, next, Best Memory. Oh my God, I love this palette so much. It is the Tarte True Blood palette. I absolutely love this palette. This palette is almost as old as the Urban Decay Naked palette. This one is about 8 or 9 years old. I was a huge fan of the True Blood series. It started getting kind of weak toward the end, but the first 3 seasons or so, before it started getting weird, were really, really good. It has a, let me show it to you. I love it so much. It's got a mirror in it. I think this palette was given out as swag at the True Blood maybe premiere or something. Again, the names are on the sheet protector. And this was when I first started hearing about Tarte. All around the edges it's kind of embossed. The word Tarte is embossed in all the shadows. And all the shadow names were really, really good. And it was so pretty. And I was so excited about Tarte because I was like, oh, Tarte is this great new brand, and look at all these colors. And it's got this little slide out drawer where it's got pencil, and I mean, it was just so, I'm not goth, but I absolutely love this. It came with the mascara and the eyeliner, and I was just so thrilled about Tarte. And then Tarte turned into every palette is brown and boring. What happened? I don't know. I was like, this was like the most excited I was ever for a brand ever. And then all they released was brown, 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 brown. If you're a Tarte fan, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, but this palette has the best memories for me because I just loved True Blood, and I love this palette. The quality wasn't that great. They were kind of chalky, but I mean, that's how Tarte was. Tarte quality actually is much better now. But look at this packaging. It's kind of a faux leather. It's got the red ribbon inserts. It's got the stitching. I mean, that's not printed. That is actual eyelet and actual lacing, like a corset or something. I mean, this is like the best packaging ever, and it just has the best memories for me, and that is the Tarte True Blood palette. It's just, I've still never seen a prettier palette. It's just, I wish they'd re-release this in better quality. I mean, it would be so great if they would just, I mean, but the show's been over for some time, and it also came with this little card with some looks and everything, and I just love it, and it just brings back great memories for me. So anyways, okay, enough about that. Worth the hype. Okay, worth the hype. Auntie Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath, her large palettes are the best worth the hype palettes. They're $129 or $125. They're so expensive, but they're so worth it. This is the best palette if you're going to give somebody a gift. They come in kind of the old school string. They've all got great artwork on them. Every large palette. And I'm talking specifically about the large palettes. And then you open them up, and you have the presentation. They're a black lacquer, heavy case. The shade names are on a little card that you can tape to the back of the palette if you want. The back of the palette has got the name. The front has just got PML, Pat McGrath Labs in gold. But it's a heavy lacquer. It's almost like a jewelry case. And then you open it up, and the mirror, I absolutely love this palette. The mirror is beveled. Can you see how that is all a nice beveled mirror? It's so luxurious. And then you have your 10 eyeshadows. So just pick whatever you like. The mattes are very nice. The special shades are very nice. There's always a special shade. It always seems like she put some sort of gold in her palette. So a lot of times the shades are similar, kind of repetitive, but this one is, I think, the Subliminal one, if I remember correctly. It is so pretty, and I'm actually wearing a different Pat McGrath palette today. Let me just double check. I think this is in case anybody wants to buy this one. Mothership, made in Italy. Okay, I didn't know that they were made in Italy. Yeah, Mothership 1 Subliminal is this palette in case you're interested. But so pretty. I'm actually wearing a different one today on my eyes. It is this one is, gosh, I don't know, Mothership 5. Okay, so I'm wearing Mothership 5 today. And this, again, the stunning, these are such pretty shades of copper and brown, and this red is stunning. And then you've got your matte shades, and it's just such awesome packaging, awesome formula, large pans. Again, wait for a Sephora sale for it to go on sale. Sometimes Pat McGrath has sales if you sign up on her website. And actually, I think what I did when I bought these is I signed up and it was the same amount as the Sephora sale. Yeah, because when I bought my Pat McGrath palettes, I bought them directly from her website. So you don't have to wait for a Sephora sale. Go and sign up and see if she still has 20% off your first order. And that's when I ordered all my Pat McGrath palettes. But Pat McGrath eyeshadow is definitely worth the hype. Just pick the colors that you like. I prefer these big. I have one of her smaller palettes too with the eyeshadow or in them, but they're not as good as the big ones. So the big Mothership palettes are definitely worth the hype and excellent for a gift. They're very, very heavy. They're gorgeous. They're just the best. They're just so good. Okay, not worth the hype. Well, not worth the hype. The NATASHA DENONA 28 pan palettes. Now, I'm specifically talking about the green brown one. I like the purple. This is more wearable than the purple blue, but, and there's a lot of hype around NATASHA DENONA palettes in general, and I do have all of them, and I do love them, but this is not $239 eyeshadow. With Pat, some are hit and some are miss. She changes her formulas a lot. It's just very inconsistent, and that's why it's not worth the hype, because you're not guaranteed to get the best quality. It's good that she likes to play with her formulas, and she's changed palettes, and specifically, I've done my eyes with this palette, and then I have to go back over on top of it with something else. And that's not good for $239. So as much as I do love this palette, I wish I had just bought the purple blue and left it at that, because this palette is not worth the hype. I do love Pat McGrath palettes in general, but what I recommend you do is start off with, I highly recommend the Mini Gold palette if you want to just check out her formula, or her new format. She's got the $65 palettes. So what I would do is I would buy the NATASHA DENONA Love palette, which is $65, and to try out her formula and see how you like it. This is a great palette. Or the Metropolis palette is really, really good, because this is the first time she came out with a 28 pan palette with half the size pans. And this, again, is half the price. This is still $129, but it's half the eyeshadow, and nobody needs to be spending that kind of money. So, the 28 pan green brown, not worth the hype, but I recommend this one instead, the Metropolis. You still get 28 pans, you get a lot more, and that's kind of a similar switch to try, because you just, she's hit or miss. I mean, a lot of people didn't like the Tropic palette. I personally do. But again, the bottom row was bad formula. But when she did the mini palette, she improved the formula. So that's what I had to do, buy the mini Tropic, because the bottom row of the big Tropic was not good. So NATASHA DENONA, not worth the hype. Save your coin. There's plenty of other cheaper good eyeshadow out there. Okay, so favorite palette from favorite brand. Okay, my #1 favorite brand is Viseart. Okay, and Viseart palettes are usually what I have to pull out of the drawer and go over my NATASHA DENONA to get my color payoff. There, I said it. It's out there. Viseart's my favorite. So anyways, my favorite palette from Viseart is my 02 Bohème Dream. Now, this is an $80 palette. It's 12 shades. And the only thing with this one is it's all shimmer shades. So these are for the lid. So that's why I go into this palette time and time again to go back over my NATASHA DENONA lid shade, because these have color payoff. Whatever, they're always true to pan. You just need a little bit and you're gonna get that long lasting all day color payoff, that $80 eyeshadow. And again, wait for the Sephora sale. And sometimes Viseart does go on sale, so you can also check the Sephora sales section. And actually this palette was on sale anyways. I hope they don't discontinue it during the Sephora sale, and then you get another 20% off. But this is a great palette because you've got your blues, your pinks, you've got a silver up here, you've got a gold, you've got some a coppery and a red, you've got your greens and blues and your pinks. So this is a very colorful palette, but it's all shimmer, so it's not standalone, but you can put that. It's my favorite eyeshadow palette from my favorite brand. I absolutely love the 02 Bohème Dream, and I use it all the time, and the looks are stunning. They're reliable. You've always got color payoff, and it'll last you all day. And I can't tell you how many times I have to go grab a Viseart palette and put it on top of something that I've already done all the time. So that takes me to my most used palette, which is boring AF, okay? But it is my Viseart Neutral Matte palette. This is the #1 palette, and it's boring. It's an all matte palette, and it has much love. You got your light, you got your black, you've got your gray, so you can do a very nice smoky eye with it. You've got all your neutrals, so you've got all your transition shades across the top. You've got your browns and chocolates to deepen up your crease. This orange is very, very nice, this terracotta. And although this palette looks so boring, it's so essential. And I use it a lot of times as a base for everything else. It's just great. And if you're a lady of a certain age, it's not gonna, you know, crease. It's just always gonna look fabulous. And so that is my most used palette. My Viseart 01 Neutral Matte. Again, wait for a sale. It's boring, but it's every time I use it, my eyes look so, so good, and I highly, highly recommend it. So that was fun. It's very exciting, and I absolutely love it. So my name's Jackie. Please like, subscribe, leave me a message. I do a lot of videos about collections, specifically favorite brand collections, eyeshadow palette collections, makeup collections, a lot of TJ Maxx videos. Whenever there's something new coming out, I like to do Get Ready With Me and use an eyeshadow palette. What I'm wearing today, quickly, let me show you. I didn't wear any makeup today. I am wearing only my Australian Gold tinted sunscreen. It has dimethicone in it and zinc oxide, titanium dioxide. It's a fabulous primer as well, and today I used it just as makeup, so it's great. It comes in 3 shades now because I think it's caught on in popularity. It used to just be the 1 shade, but it's a fantastic sunscreen, so I put that down. I'm wearing my old school Coty Airspun powder. I hauled out my Becca blushes, so today I'm wearing Tiger Lily. This is one of their luminous blushes, and that's a great orange shade. It is so pretty. That is the Becca Tiger Lily. That's a, you can get that sometimes at TJ Maxx or BeccaCosmetics.com. For bronzer, I'm wearing another Becca that's in the bronze Flying Saucer, and I believe that's Capri Coast. Yeah, so that's a very popular shade. I think it is so pretty. All of these come with a mirror. Capri Coast is just a great bronzer. It's not too dark. It's luminous. It's just gorgeous. I highly recommend any Becca face products. They are one of my all-time favorites. I'm wearing as a highlighter one of their rare, this is only available still, it might be, you could still get it at Sephora, but this is Dreamsicle, which is an orange shimmering skin perfector highlighter. I love this. It's an apricot highlighter. Goes so great with Tiger Lily as a blush. And I really like orange as a blush shade, apricot. But you put Tiger Lily and Dreamsicle together and they're just so, so pretty. I absolutely love it. So I'm wearing that. On my eyes, I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Caramel, the Dip Brow, and I really, really like that. It's great. I don't wear it very often, but I did today, and I kind of fell in love with it all over again. On my eyes, my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, my all-time favorite mascara. And, of course, my Pat McGrath Mothership 5 eyeshadow palette. Again, so gorgeous. And on my lips, I did just do an Urban Decay favorite lipstick collection video, and I forgot 1993 because it was in my purse. So this is one of my favorite brown lipsticks, and I'm wearing her today, and I absolutely love it. So that's 1993, and that is a great lipstick from Urban Decay. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this one, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much and have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Bye-bye.